So Troy,
Do you believe gun violence is an issue in your community?
In my community where I live exactly, no. I try to stay away from that type of stuff. But I do feel like gun violence is an issue in the minority communities, especially the black community. A lot of young people are losing their lives. A lot of people are dying. Innocent people are dying. To me, unnecessary. I don't feel like people are learning from things that have happened in history that have shown that black on black violence is not the way to continue to support.
Are you or have you been personally affected by gun violence?
Not per se that I've been in that violent situation, thank goodness. I am a registered weapon holder. I do have a gun, but it's really to protect my family and never leave the case of the house unless I go to the gun range. But it makes me aware and wanting to have one because I know there's violent people out there. So yeah, I guess maybe the fact that that I know there's people out there who do have guns and stuff makes me feel like I need to be able to protect myself and my family. I was to come across a situation where, it got beyond words, but usually I'm pretty good with words, so I feel like
What do you think needs to be done to stop this violence?
there's a lot of work needs to be done. I feel like the community, the black community as a whole, we just need some leaders. I think if we can continue to try to preach a message of peace and work towards uplifting each other, maybe people won't be so quick to just jump off at the gun, so to speak, and do harm to other people, because at the end of the day, we're just hurting ourselves. The images that they have on the news don't help. Every other day you put on the news, it's another black person we put on first. They put 3 news in a row about black people committing a murder, committing a robbery, committing some other crime, and usually is involved with a weapon. So that puts other people on high alert. So if I'm just walking to the store, other people may see me and feel like, man, that black guy right there, just because the news has put so much propaganda about the violence that's going on. So, there's a lot of work that needs to be done. The media doesn't do anything to help us. We need to help ourselves. And it starts with, students sharing the message, teachers, listening to teachers, listening to your parents, and just doing what's right.
Do you think that gun violence is based on race?
Do I think gun violence is based on race? That's a great question, actually. I feel like the media will have you believe that black people are only ones shooting each other. I know there's a lot of communities where there's Spanish people and they have gang wars, war fights, white people, the Asian Yakuza gangs, but the media would have you believe that black people are the ones that are violent, just based off of what the media is going to tell you. We have a school that has a lot of different people. Most of the kids in the school are minorities. You might have a handful of white kids in the school. I don't really care what the media says. I don't want to see any of my brothers and sisters dying, innocent people dying, or young people dying over anything stupid, black, white, or indifferent. So to me, bullet has no discrimination. It's not racist. It doesn't matter. If you aim the gun at somebody and it hits them, they die no matter what they color. So, in that regard, I think if everybody is just more safe, even if you have one and you feel like you need it for your protection, everybody just needs to be more safe about when and how they use it.
Do you have any family members that have been offended by gun violence?
I have family members that have been affected by gun violence. Not immediately, thank goodness. Most of my family's cool. Nobody's really been shot like that. Recently, I had an uncle when I was younger. He was working at a pizza place, and I think he was like dealing drugs on the side, but he had like a real job. And he was working there late night, and they tried to rob the place. They saw it was him, and then they tried to shoot at him. He didn't die, but the bullet like grazed his face. So luckily he's alive. He's doing all right. He's doing good. But I remember when I was younger, I was sad. My mom was crying because she thought her brother was gonna die and all this stuff. But the bullet didn't even hit him. Like it just grazed his face.
So, do you think gun violence is aware in America? Do you think gun violence is rare in America now?
Oh well, I think it happens everywhere. I just feel like I was saying earlier, I feel like the media tends to just put news that is about black people to the forefront as a propaganda and scare tactics. I'm not even gonna say about conspiracy. I just feel like as a whole, they want to keep black people down, minorities down, and they're people that are affluent in situations are perfectly fine allowing the people who they feel are violent to kind of just be here. You have to do like an insurmountable job as an individual to not show that we just only resort to violence. Like, going to school, getting good grades, staying out of trouble, getting an education. Those things are important. Those things keep a level playing field because you got to earn. They're trying to show you got to earn their respect, and just by having a gun, it doesn't mean anything. I know of a story real quick of a doctor who shot a man on South Beach. I know this guy. I know him. He's a doctor, and they put it on the news barely. They didn't even show his face because they didn't want you to think it's a white man shooting somebody. They took it off the news. He's got money. He has a Maserati. He plays golf. So they didn't even show his face. They didn't even put it on the news. Why? Because that would have been the biggest scandal of the year. Doctor shoots ex-boyfriend, wife's ex-boyfriend, because it would have been a big scandal. But instead, they want to put news that just shows young black people hurting us. And this story that I was just telling you happened within the last year, like the last 6 months. The man shot a guy dead because the ex-boyfriend was trying to come at his wife. Like, yeah, I want you back and I'm gonna kill you. So he shot him dead in the middle of the hallway. And they didn't even show the doctor's face. He's a doctor at a really good hospital here in Miami. They didn't even show his face. Because
What do you think the government could do about gun violence?
they could maybe institute more stiff laws or penalties for people who misuse guns. Maybe that'll make people not want to use guns anymore. But then again, we have a lot of brothers and sisters in jail, and they'll, stories could be twisted and changed just to have more people in jail. But I think that the government, could probably have more stiff laws to prevent people from getting guns in the first place, and then laws that could also, when people get in trouble for gun violence, stiffer penalties so that they don't keep doing stuff like that again.
Do you think police officers play a part in gun violence?
Even though they're licensed to carry and they're supposed to protect, I think in some of the situations we've seen throughout the last year and a half, couple of years, even from before Trayvon Martin got shot, I think we've seen instances where the people that are supposed to protect the people have maybe used their power wrong and are not necessarily protecting people, and maybe that creates a situation where people are afraid, and oftentimes they'll fight back and have guns, and instead of just going in, they're like, well, I have a gun, I'm going to shoot back because I don't believe that this officer is just going to take me, I may lose my life. So that could potentially be an issue if these officers are, thinking shoot first instead of trying to resolve the situation before it escalates. They're the ones that really should be held to like a higher accountability because they are officers of the law and they have guns all the time. Instead of abusing it, they should be trying to uphold the law.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr.
Thank you, Mr. Troy.
All right, guys.